It's time for the Average Black Man Show. Got the work week done, clocking out, no rushing. About to hit the YouTube streets. Now it's time for a discussion. Only come with the real, can't be fake or frontin'. Don't run from the conversation, there ain't no ducking. Sit back, sip some wine, get into the vibe. Go hit the link and come up on the live. Jump on in the comments and let me pick your mind. Opinions flying free, let's let our thoughts collide. It's the Average Black Man Show, talking about everything you need to know. Sometimes things may get a little heated, but these conversations are needed to help the community heal and grow. Accountability, responsibility, reciprocity, respectability.
Yeah, and welcome to the Average Black Man Show. Today, we talk about health, wealth, and thinking. Healthy, wealthy, and thinking, baby. We got Mr. P. Lee looking like old dog in the picture with the glasses on, with the two braids on the side there. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about men's health and just health in general for a little while. Then we're gonna open up the panel and talk about whatever. But are you there, P? Jay, Meech, are y'all there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I'm here.
All right, cool.
I'm here. Yeah.
All right. So, Mr. Healthy Wealthy Thinking, we talking about this health topic. How you want to start? We want me to play a little bit of this video, and we can pause and go. For
Yeah.
purposes, I have to pause and go. All right. So
Yeah,
I'm
that
gonna
works.
mute everybody. I'm gonna mute everybody so the video be clear. Where the damn bit? There we go. Full screen. There we go. So do the copyright, fair use. Hold on, let me put that on there. Let me put the fair use on here. The fair use. There we go. Fair use. All right, we're gonna play and pause because of copyright purposes.
Andropause. Andropause is a male-related menopause that is marked by age-related changes in the male hormone levels. For a woman, menopause may mark the time when menstruation ends and she is unable to become pregnant. Her levels of female hormones, estrogen and progesterone, reduce in a relatively short period of time. In men, production of testosterone and other hormones declines over a period of many years, at about less than 2% a year after age 30 on average. Testosterone is a hormone produced in the male testes, responsible for the development of male sexual characteristics. It also contributes to sex drive. It maintains muscle mass, regulates fertility, fat distribution, and red blood cell production. Not all men experience male menopause. A specialist in male infertility, Michael A. Werner, provides that andropause occurs in 2 to 5% of men ages 40 to 49, rises to 6 to 30% in men ages 50 to 59, reaches 20 to 45% in men ages 60 to 69, and is found in up to 70% of men ages 70 to 79.
All right, let's pause right there, and let's chop it up, fellas. So andropause, aka the man version of menopause. Men don't like to think that we have a version of menopause, but guess what? I'm sorry to break it to you. We are human beings, and human beings break down over time, like everybody else. Y'all can come off mute, man.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
Did that video echo for everybody? Because I just heard a bunch of echo.
Yeah, it
Yeah, it
echoed
was
for
a lot
me.
of echo. Yeah, it definitely echoed on my side. I was trying to send that inside the chat.
Oh, okay. So y'all want me to run it back?
Yeah, you're gonna have to, brother.
All right. Shout out.
Yeah, but make
Shout
sure
out to,
it's clear, not echoey.
right. That's something on my. Am I echoing?
No.
No.
So let me
It
see.
did it on some you played on our last show too. It echoed.
All right. I'm about to rewind it back. Tell me when the echo goes away.
Today's topic is andropause.
No echo.
Andropause is a male-related menopause that is marked by age-related changes in the male hormone.
All right. So I see what the problem is. All right. I see what the problem is. All right. So I'm gonna run it back with no echo. I gotta move this. I gotta move that. There's that. Gotta move this. And where I gotta.
Today's topic is andropause. Andropause is a male by age-related changes in the male hormone levels. For a woman, menopause may mark the time when menstruation ends and she is unable to become pregnant. Her levels of female hormones, estrogen, reduce in a relatively short period of time. In men, production of testosterone and other hormones decline in a period of many years, at about less than 2% a year after age 30 on average. Testosterone is a hormone produced in the male testes, responsible for male sexual characteristics. It also contributes to sex drive. It maintains muscle mass, regulates fertility, fat distribution, and red blood cell production. Not all men experience male menopause. A specialist in male infertility, Michael A. Werner, provides that andropause occurs in 2 to 5% of men, rises to 6 to 30% in men ages 50 to 59, reaches 20 to 45% in men ages 60 to 69, and is found in up to 70% of men ages 70 to 79. Once men reach the 80s, andropause rates top 90%. Causes. Andropause is caused by.
So before we get into the causes, let's chop it up, fellas. Let's chop it up.
Let's roll with it, man.
Y'all can all come off mute.
I'm all. Yep. About this. Hold on. I need everybody to see what I'm saying. I'm gonna come put the camera on. You know what I mean? That's what I'm about to do. We about to go in, people. Y'all ain't even knowing right now. You know what I mean? I'm about to lay it all on the line for y'all. I'm not caring anymore. It is what it is. You know what I mean? I could be going tomorrow, but this, hey, it got to be said. You know, I ain't the only one.
Say what you gotta say, brother. Say what you gotta say, brother.
So, like the whole thing, like it's weird because, like, just growing up, you know, we don't ever think about you'll have like a sexual deficiency or like how I don't know. I'm just saying this shit. Like, okay, so you get older and your wood is not as woody as it used to be. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Now, we were talking before we came on, and it was just like we were sharing like different things. Um, like I just talked from like my experience, and I really think what it is like right now, like I really have to be like really in attracted to the person. Like I'm just in the mood to just kill something. Like, if I'm not trying to kill it, it's like it's kind of like, man, like what's really the point at this moment? Or like, especially if I have to be the aggressor, like, nah, you got to come to me these days, or it's just not going to excite me, you know. So because of the low testosterone, I'm not gonna really approach you or do anything like that. I'm just gonna sit there like, shit, you know what to do, come get it. Like I'm tired of chasing. Like that's it. That's all I'm gonna say for this point.
Okay.
Okay, okay.
You know what I
So,
mean?
so the wood. What do you say? The wood don't get as woody.
Nah, it don't get as woody, man. It's like even like the morning erections, you know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
like I like notice that shit. I'm like, damn, like okay, like what's really going on at this point? But then like when it happens, it's like no controlling that shit. Like that shit, it behave when it want to behave, or it's just like you be like, damn, like I'm at the house and that motherfucker like rock hard and shit. I'm like, man, what the fuck are you doing? Like, bro, you fucking confused. Like, you
Yeah.
supposed to be like this the other time, nigga. Like, you tripping. Like, it got his own mind. Like
Yeah.
at this point.
I agree with
So,
you when you're saying it take more to get excited nowadays. Like, not even shit. I don't even get excited watching porn. Like, I remember back in the day, used to watch porn and jack off all the time. I don't do none of that shit no more. Like, it not at all. It just
yeah,
sounds like work or something to do. Like, I'm about to get up and get a towel.
yeah, too much work. You know what I mean?
I'll be
A whole job. You
And
got a whole job to do.
I done seen all the porns, at this point, like none of, so nah, my shit don't get as hard as it used to, not at all. And it could be,
Y'all
I
gonna
have
get my
hurt my
page
back,
taken down.
huh?
Y'all gonna get my page taken down, man.
Hey man, it is
But
what
when
it
you say
is.
like, you be liking when they come to you or something like that, it's time for them to put in. Tim used to say that for years.
I
Like,
used to
it's
say
time.
that. Yeah, I used to say that years. I think it was years ago. I was like, man, I'm tired of being the one to do all the work. It's my turn to lay down, and we lay back and go to get on top and go to work, girl. I've
You
been
know what I
doing all the
mean?
pumping all of these years. You know what I'm
Man, I
saying?
can't pump no more. I ain't got no more. I ain't got too many pumps left. I'm tired of pumping. Like, shit, like, you do something. Like you got to do something now. You know what I mean? Like I
See,
didn't. I didn't suck the titties. I didn't did all. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Like,
you go, come on. You got to use code words, man, for YouTube. You gotta,
TDs. Now you know what TDs
oh,
are? The alphabet. TDs. So
yeah, he blowed
so
up.
I can't say TDs.
I hear titties on YouTube all the time
Hey, man,
on
I'm
other
an aspiring.
podcasts.
No, but it was the corn when y'all was saying corn with the P. That was the one. That's
Nah.
the P corn with a P.
That's an Epstein Island. You
That's
can't you can't say
you
that.
gotta say E. You can't say that. You gotta say E files.
Bro, so what the hell we supposed to talk? Man,
I'm
look, bro,
just
I ain't got
saying,
time for this
man.
internet, bro. I mean, it is
Hey,
it is
hey,
what it
I
is.
don't make the rules. I don't make
Damn
the
near, bro.
rules.
Look, stop
I'm
it.
just
Like,
look. I'm just a small little country boy with a
little
small
country boy.
land, but I work
The
hard off for my
dream.
audience. I work hard for my
Well, look at
audience.
here, YouTube.
But no.
Look at here, YouTube. Yeah, I heard being back in the day, it didn't matter. That's crazy. Like, so you can show people getting
Wasn't YouTube founded
Right,
man, that's crazy.
on
right, but
Millen? It was founded on Janet Jackson's Millen. Now that I think about it,
yeah, but that was before Google bought them. When Google bought it, it changed.
Man, I'll be watching videos on
Mm.
porn
And
addiction. I watch videos
right,
on.
but those are big channels that got sponsors. They got sponsors and protection. They make YouTube money. I'm not making YouTube money. I'm trying to make money. But no,
So you,
no, what? Fuck it. If it go, it go. So my experience is this. I know that absolutely, like it said, only 2% of men in our age bracket experience extreme levels of andropause. Now, causes. Let's go to the causes because I know causes is a big part too.
yep. What with that?
Gradual decrease in the level of testosterone in men. Testosterone levels decline with aging at about 1% per year. Not all men experience the condition. It is believed that certain factors other than a change in the level of the hormone may contribute to the development of male menopause. These may include heart disease, obesity, high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, lack of exercise, smoking, alcohol consumption, stress, anxiety, sleep deprivation. Symptoms: decreased
So looking at them causes, we could all say that we did experience some of them causes.
A couple of them.
We can all say we experienced some of them causes for sure. Like for me, I would say stress, sleep deprivation. Y'all know me personally. Y'all know I struggle with depression and anxiety. So I got a lot stacked on top. And then the obesity, I got my Kelly belly.
So that's not saying those are causes of andropause. That's saying those are just causes of.
Those are right. Heart disease, high blood pressure. Those are all contributing factors. Want me to run it back?
Contributing factors to just our lack of energy, lack of sleep, shit like that.
Hold on, let me play it back to that part.
Causes. Andropause is caused by a gradual decrease in the level of testosterone in men. Testosterone levels decline with aging at about 1% per year. Not all men experience the condition. It is believed that certain factors other than a change in the level of the hormone may contribute to the development of male menopause. These may include heart disease, obesity, high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, lack of exercise, smoking, alcohol consumption, stress, anxiety, sleep deprivation. Symptoms.
All right, those are the causes.
Okay.
So all the causes and all the contributing factors to the cause. The overall cause is the gradual decrease in testosterone by 1% per year. That's the cause. Being human and aging, your body slows down, shuts down. Ain't nothing we can do about that.
Nothing you can do about that, baby. That's gonna happen.
Where you at, Meech? You
Yeah, I'm here. I'm listening.
okay? Shout out in the comments. Step into the light. That's the missus right there. Shout out to I can't even read what that say.
Jonesy.
Hey,
That's what it says. Shit.
Man, I don't like
Right.
that.
So pretty much the causes sound like we can slow it down. Changes in diet will help with blood pressure. Exercise will help with
Facts.
blood pressure. Getting a good
Facts.
night's sleep will help with blood pressure. You
Facts.
know, exercise will help with stress.
Mhm.
So there's a lot of ways we can slow it down. So y'all ready to get? You got anything to say, Meech, before we move on to symptoms?
No.
Okay, because I know everybody waiting on the symptoms. Y'all, everybody to see is the wood not the wood in the system. That's what everybody.
They know. You know me. Yep. He knows.
All right. I'm about to play it.
Yes,
Decreased desire for sex. Symptoms. Decreased desire for sex.
Let me put it up on the screen.
Symptoms: decreased desire for sex, lack of energy, depression, hot flashes, increased body fat, especially around the abdomen and chest, dry and thin skin, moodiness and irritability, loss of muscle mass, excessive sweating, erectile dysfunction, infertility. Diagnosis and treatment. Your doctor may ask,
All right. Y'all want to hear the symptom again?
I mean, everything
what the hell
that I
doctor
just heard
doing?
sounds like just symptoms of aging besides erectile dysfunction.
And even that's probably a part of aging. You know what I mean? Like, I definitely know I feel different at 45 than I did at 25. I know.
Yeah.
Don't none of my shit work the same at 45 like it did at 25. The wood don't get as woody no more. You know, the spitter don't spit like it used to.
I had mine spit a couple of times. I was surprised, like, oh, hey, I ain't seen you spit like that in a long time.
But no, I just noticed with everything.
I would say that's probably the only thing that I experience is it doesn't get that distance that it once did.
It don't get that. It don't get the distance. I don't get the fullness or the whiteness or none of that shit like it used to.
You change your diet. You know?
Yeah, probably, and that's probably the biggest factor of this shit is changing my
green.
diet.
You got green. You got green coming out of something. No, I'm just talking.
I think some of it could be. I think some of it could be more yellowish.
Right, and that's diet. That's water and drinking water. You know, the fact of the matter is I don't know which one of you guys I was talking to about it, but as men, we produce, sperm throughout our whole lives, which is why a lot of men don't subscribe to this idea that we have a version of menopause. And the fact of the matter is, like when you're just talking about that discoloration, we produce sperm based on the cells that are in our body currently. So when we're young, we got young, vibrant cells. HGH is high. Everything is firing. So when we're producing sperm, we're producing clean, healthy sperm. Our liver, everything is working better. You know what I mean? It's processing the blood and the toxins out better. So as we age, all of that slows down. Did we talk about IMS? IMS is the male version of PMS. So women have PMS, men have IMS. Yeah, you need to eat more fruits and vegetables. That'll help. And hydration is in the water. You hear that? You're getting that advice. I'm gonna open up the panel, so don't go nowhere. All right, let's move along. Y'all want me to move along, or y'all want to keep talking about this?
I'm good.
Yeah, I know. So alcohol consumption, I mean, everything affects us as I get older. I know fucking when I was younger, I used to fuck all. Oh, I can't say that, huh?
Just not too many times. Just not too many times.
You can go all day off of alcohol. Alcohol was like a battery. Nowadays, that shit is like a shit. It's a relaxer. I take alcohol. I'm just
Going to sleep.
I'll go to sleep. You know what I mean?
But that's what I was saying though before. You got to think of all the other factors that include. Go back then. Back then, your hormones were higher. You were still right in the early 20s. We were still in the adolescent because your adolescence goes until 24. We were running on hormones. And I remember back in the day, you used to go bump your meat against a table, and next thing you know, pow, you standing up. Like that's all. Like it didn't even have to be no woman there. You just bump into a table, like, oh, pow, oh yeah.
Man, I used to be
You know
so
what I'm saying?
hard back in the day. I used to have to get one off just to go to sleep.
Yeah,
You know,
to
back
make
in
it
the
right.
day.
I remember it
Man,
used to get so big, it get big to where it hurt. You don't do that no more.
Now, hell, I don't need shit to go to sleep. I'm just gonna lay down and go. Smoking used to be used to get you in the mood or bring you up. Nowadays, I smoke. That's the last thing I want to do. I want to go to sleep.
And it said that smoking is one of the contributing factors to slowing your system down. Well, what this person say?
You can still be that way, and I think so. I think it's just harder to
no
take care of.
comprende. No comprende. Se habla inglés. Se habla inglés.
talking about.
Somebody speaking in Spanish. All right, let me move on. I keep holding on.
I see that comment. You guys can still be that way if you take care of yourselves. That's true. I just think nowadays it's harder. It takes more. I won't say it's hard. It is harder, but
It absolutely is harder
effort to take care
because
of
there's
yourself.
more contributing factors, like the stress levels that we have. It's different now, being fathers and got mortgages and all of that. When you're young,
You ain't got shit.
you understood it was important to go to work, but we would go to work and be playing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We would go to work back then. We didn't take it serious. Everything was joking. All right, let me continue.
Anxiety, sleep deprivation. Symptoms: decreased desire for sex, lack of energy, depression, hot flashes, increased body fat, especially around the abdomen and chest, dry and thin skin, moodiness and irritability, loss of muscle mass, excessive sweating, erectile dysfunction, infertility. Diagnosis and treatment. Your doctor may ask you questions about how you feel to see if those symptoms match with those of people with low testosterone. A blood test is then performed to check the level of testosterone in your blood. Your doctor may order tests to rule out other medical conditions that may be contributing to your problem. Treatment. The most common treatment option includes making healthier lifestyle choices, especially for people who are obese. These habits may increase your overall health. Your doctor may suggest eat a healthy diet, get regular exercise, get enough sleep, reduce your stress. Your doctor will refer you to a psychologist who may prescribe antidepressants, behavioral therapy, or both if you are experiencing depression. Hormone replacement therapy is another treatment option, although the effectiveness of this treatment is not confirmed. For some men, it may reduce symptoms, and for others, benefits are not certain and risk may be involved. The possible risk with replacement therapy may include sleep apnea, stimulation of growth of prostate cancer, increase the risk of heart attack and stroke, and contribute to the formation of blood clots in the veins. Before making the decision to use the replacement therapy, both the negative and positive effects should be weighed together with your doctor. Herbal supplements have not been proven safe and effective, and some may be dangerous. Be careful of them.
All right. That's the end of the video.
That's the end of it.
Yep.
Yeah. I say for me, a lot of mine it come from like mental, being in a not so good living environment and under stress with having a bad relationship at the same time. Like that really like took me out of the mood of wanting to even do it, because it was more of a like a person using like the sex as a tool. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, as a fucking punishment. So like that kind of like got me to where it's like, damn, I'm not chasing this. I'm not really on it. You know what I mean?
You
So
wrote
like
a whole song about it.
yeah, I did. Wrote a whole song about it even before it happened. Long time ago.
Like to here it go.
You know what I mean? So it's like now it's like the excitement isn't really there because it's like it was kind of like beaten out of me to where it's like, damn, like if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I'm not tripping. And it's like that's like where I'm at. That's why I say whoever it is, like they have to come to me, like to get me excited. I'm not gonna approach, I'm not gonna do any of that shit. Like I'm gonna sit back. If you want it, let's talk about it.
All right. Anybody else got something to say? I'm open up the panel.
No, not me.
All right, everybody that's watching, the link is in the comments. The link is in the comments. You want to come on up?
A lot of things like as far as like with the foods. Now mind you, like when I was going through all this, I was still eating like what I thought was healthy. So I would say the food helps in sometimes, but sometimes like if that mental just isn't right, bro, it's not going to fucking happen. Like I'm just gonna keep it real. Like
Yeah.
you can like one thing that I do know is like as far as like if you eat like the beats, like if you get your body together, like how you were saying before, like doing the yoga, the stretching, the breathing techniques, the exercising your pelvic floor, because as when you was younger, it was actually stronger. You know, so it's like it's certain things that you can actually do, but you got to have that mental has to be together, and that's where it is for me. Like I can get the wood back woody, but it has to be with the right person. And I think that's really where it's at. It's about me being mature about the situation, like not just getting it to be getting it because I can get it because it's hard. To where it's like, okay, that's how like to me I feel is the sign of me maturing. And that's
You
like
know something?
I'm not
And
gonna
it
get into
is. It is. That is a sign of
What he
maturity.
just said just reminded me of something about when we was out in Hollywood. Like we would be motivated for that. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like when it came to doing stuff for like the music and all of that, we'd be like, you know. But then it was like, oh, some hoes. It was like, oh, let's go.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
you flip a car over for some hoes, or you
right,
get what you need to get done. You're not gonna do it.
right. But I think that driving factor plays a lot in it because I think like the thing said is it's different for every individual man because everybody has different stress factor. Because out of that list of all the things that
Yeah,
factor in, all of us got some of them.
right.
We may not have all of, but all of us got some of.
Yeah, shit. I got
I had about
bad
3 of them.
sleep, high blood pressure, obesity. So yeah,
You can get rid of that high blood pressure.
you can. You know, I'm trying to now. You know, what I mean, trying to put more effort into it, but that definitely affects a lot that I notice nowadays.
Yeah, it definitely does, especially if you're taking medication.
Yeah, I'm taking medication.
Yeah, so but isn't it amazing to find out that men experience the same thing that women experience when they go through
And we
menopause?
ain't say all that. We ain't say it was the same thing.
It is. It's
We put a
it's
little-
absolutely it's absolutely the same thing. It's absolutely the same thing.
Well, the difference is that for women, there's a period. There's the pre-menopause, then the whole menopause, and then the post, and then it's over. But
But then
for us, that testosterone decrease is gradual every single year until we kick the bucket.
okay, so it's absolutely the same thing because men can start experiencing andropause as young as 30, just like women can start experiencing menopause as young as 30.
Yeah, but they
So if
can, but that's not common.
no, it's absolutely more common than you think. It's absolutely more common than you think. But the thing with menopause is there's the perimenopause, right? That can last 10 years. A woman can be in perimenopause for 10 years.
Now, when
So
we're talking about that, because you like you were saying, you can reverse a lot of stuff. Is there things women can do to reverse stuff, or
yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
So
You know, they think first thing you think, oh, menopause, you think dry coochie, right? No, there's things that you can do simply by drinking maybe just some okra water every day.
Mhm.
Or, doing certain things, but fruits and vegetables absolutely play a bigger part. See, in America, they have us thinking drinking water is what's going to hydrate us, but the fruit, the fruit helps it get into your cells faster.
Did
You
you
know,
say okra water?
yes,
I have heard of that.
okra water makes it slippery.
Mhm.
okra water is snot.
It's
That's what I'm
okra,
saying.
okra water makes it slippery when wet, baby.
Where's she at?
I'm glad. I'm glad I ain't a woman then. That okra. I mean, okra itself is disgusting. I can imagine with the water, like.
No, because you're gonna do things, like so you cut the okra, you sit it in the water overnight, then you can add like citrus fruits and stuff. You can do stuff to make it,
Mm.
you know, taste better.
If you can't do anything to make it less slimy, disgusting.
Yeah, fried okra is not slimy, but okra water, yeah, that sounds crazy.
Yeah,
But
that's the only way
I
I
don't
can
think
eat
that's no
okra is
different than
fried.
I don't think when I think of okra water, I don't think no different than like drinking aloe vera juice.
No,
It's
because
slimy.
it wouldn't be as slimy. It wouldn't be as slimy as
No,
it's just plain okra. But then when you add other things,
you should have set in the
fruits
trap.
and stuff like that, yeah. But there's things that you could do, especially brother with that high blood pressure. If your stomach is big, get rid of that gut and see how quick your blood pressure go down. It regulates.
That's something I've noticed. It is so much harder to get in shape now at 45. Like I'm trying to switch up something else right now because I'm just feeling, I dropped like 20 pounds this year. And I'm trying to drop more, but I just didn't hit a plateau. It's not moving at all. And the shit that used to work don't work no more.
So let me ask you a question. Were you working out every day?
No, and I'm not. And to be honest, maybe 3, 4 times a week.
That's pretty good, but uh you should maybe try Tai Chi because after 40 the gym is kind of unless you was already like active in the gym before 40. After 40 the gym doesn't really work as much as it used to. But your diet, once you change your diet, and it's not even a diet, you have to change your lifestyle. You have to call it a lifestyle change, right? You can't look at it as a diet because most people fail diets. So once you change your food, get high in omegas and stuff like that, you know, allow yourself a cheat day so that when you do finally cheat, you don't binge cheat. There's things you could do.
Yeah, there is. Tai Chi, I ain't never tried that, but I tried I had hurt my back real bad, so I started doing hot yoga eventually. And
Yeah.
while doing the hot yoga, and they had hot yoga, they had hot Pilates there, so I tried that. I was like, well, let's see what that is. I can say that my wood was petrified. It was probably better than it's ever been in my whole life. It was just,
I laugh, because my dad, prior to him having a stroke, which I believe that's a whole nother story. I believe COVID vaccine played a part, but he listening, 79 years old. And he was still out looking young, playing 4-court basketball 3 days a week. Got a bunch of young girls. I just be looking at him like, if you don't sit down somewhere. And then he would talk about the younger guys having issues, and he's like, I ain't got no issue. And the way these women would act, I was like, yeah, well, you probably ain't got no issues, Dad. So yeah, it's about taking care of yourself and staying in shape. But don't be in denial. Andropause and menopause are the same thing. Literally the same thing. Literally, and IMS is the same thing as well as PMS. I just don't bleed once a month.
Yeah, no, I definitely
Thank
I
goodness.
definitely know there's things you can do to take care of yourself and do better. Like I said, I've experienced that firsthand. And I mean, I used to be in a lot better shape than I am now. But
But there's a company called Umzu. You probably see their ads all around the internet. It's UMZOO. And they have a pack, a bundle that they put together for men. There's testosterone X and redwood because the blood pressure is nothing but a circulatory issue.
yeah,
So the redwood would help with your circulation, and then the testosterone X will help build your testosterone. So y'all might want to check that out.
yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Do y'all ever check your levels of testosterone?
I haven't in a few years.
I
I
don't
ain't
think
never
I
done
ever
that.
have.
But something else they don't tell you guys either is that you have to check your estrogen levels as well. They don't really talk to y'all about that. So
Yes,
if
not
the,
the,
the testosterone and the estrogen is off balance, yeah, that's going to create a bigger problem because the estrogen is what helps you create sperm.
No, I don't know if I've ever had my estrogen levels tested.
Because they don't really talk about it much for men, but it's if you do some research on it, it is very much a vital part.
But I've had my testosterone checked. I've been following that now for probably 7, 8 years, getting it checked almost once a year to see how that goes. It has been going down.
Yeah, just try to do some research on the Umzo
Y'all,
company.
all the fellas know the urologist is, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of times is for men and women, a lot of us are deficient in magnesium too. So
Hold
there's
on
so
real
many
quick,
things.
hold on real quick.
What I want you to take away is that use it or lose it is true to an extent. If you are not having nighttime, either erections or clitoral tumescence because of your overall health, yes, you will lose it. You will lose the ability to fill blood flow into those tissues and they will get scarred and they will shrink. But this is not an excuse to say that you should be having sex over and over again, whether you want to or not. Now, I think, of course, sex is great because there are so many benefits to it. There is benefit in terms of brain health, there's benefit in terms of mortality. In fact, there's data that shows that people who have more frequent sex tend to live longer. And I talked about that before as well. And you are connecting with another human being. And it's very difficult to measure the importance of connection, but we know more and more that people who are lonely, who don't have person connection, tend to die younger. And there is something very powerful about having that sort of connection and pleasure with another human being. So bottom line, guys, have sex if you enjoy it. Maintain a very healthy lifestyle so that you can maintain good blood flow to your genitals and enjoy pleasure. Guys, I hope you love this episode.
Yep.
Y'all better go get you some.
Now, this video, I watched this a while ago because she was talking about a condition called fibrosis. And matter of fact, I'm gonna play another clip. I'm not just for copyright, but we can listen to it.
these myths. Let's start with men. Research indicates that men who have more frequent sexual activity may tend to have better erectile function as they age. But if you think about this carefully, right, guys who are having more frequent sexual activity are probably having more erections at baseline. They're not having as much difficulty. So, of course, it makes sense that they're going to have better erectile function. What happens to those guys who start struggling with erections? The guys who start struggling with erections, they may tend to avoid having sex because they're embarrassed about their sexual function. They might not actually get help with erections because they're embarrassed to talk about it. And of course, they're going to have less frequent sexual activity. But if all things are equal and you just don't have the opportunity to have sex, what happens? Will your erection get worse? And the answer is no. The reason is because at nighttime, your body protects itself. It creates nocturnal erections, about 3 to 5 nighttime erections every single night. And the reason this happens is the erectile tissue needs this good oxygenated blood to continue to be elastic, to function well, and to have good erectile function. Now, if you start having issues with erections, you might lose those nocturnal erections, meaning you might not wake up every morning with morning wood. And I've made an entire video about morning wood before, so make sure you check that out. But ultimately, that's your first sign that you're not getting good blood flow to the penis. And if you're not getting good blood flow at night and you're not having sex, which causes an erection to happen, and you get good blood flow to tissues, then you will slowly create what's called fibrosis. That tissue, when it's not used, the tissue will start creating little scar tissue throughout it so that when you do get blood flow, it might not expand quite as much, or it might not expand as girthy as it used to before. So this is where sort of use it or lose it comes into play. If you are getting no erections at all at night or during the daytime, yes, you will start forming fibrosis or scar tissue in the penis, which will then ultimately make it shrink and make it more and more difficult to get an erection. And this is why it's really important, if you want to maintain both penile length, girth, and sexual activity, that you should
Translation, ladies, give it up. Stop being stingy.
Yep.
Stop acting like I'm making you. I don't want to be a hoe. What do you think this is? What kind of woman you think? Fuck all that.
Well, I mean, the thing is, you just have to get somebody that's compatible with you. You know, some people aren't into having sex like others. If you like to have sex, then you have to find somebody who likes to have sex just as much as you do.
Right. I'm
You
about to give
can't.
me something to drink. So y'all keep talking. Please don't let them be no dead air.
Yeah, you just gotta find somebody. You know, like I hear the one brother saying, it's a mental thing, and you know, I'm not gonna go for it. Man, you better go for it. Stop playing. Get out your mind.
But
Get out.
I see what he's saying. I mean, when I first got divorced, it took a while. You know, I mean, I took a real hit to my confidence, and it took a while, a long while, to try to build up and recover back from that.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah, but you're right. At a certain point, you know, we got to move on and move forward and move on to the next.
Yeah, you know, I think for me, sex is a very important part of a relationship. You know, I don't want to be with somebody who ain't ready. Because I'm always ready. So, you know, it's like you got to find that person. You know, there's some people, you know, I hear women say they don't like to be woken up out their sleep. And, you know, if they're mad at their partner, and I'm like, listen, if you're mad at your partner, you can go back to being mad afterwards. No, seriously, all jokes aside, you know. But then, you know, everybody's not the same. Everybody's not the same. So you just got to know who you're dealing with and what you're dealing with.
But nah, sex is definitely an important part of a relationship. And I
It's
think
all
that
women's fault. Making men wait. That's what happens. That's why we get old and it don't work. Yang.
There you go. There you go. You want to point the finger at women. But you know, there's like, even with women, I tell them, you know, a lot of times women won't tell their partner that they just ain't doing it right. And you ain't making it happen for me. You have to be able to speak that and say it. Listen, you got to figure it out because you ain't hitting the spot, you know? Because a lot of people don't take time to know that every woman is different. So you're not going to be able to please every woman the same way. So a lot of times women, if they in love with you or they love you, they don't want to hurt your feelings. They will not tell you that, yeah, this ain't hitting on nothing. You know, it's
That's
like,
all bad.
no, that is because you should be able to say, listen, hey, let's pull out, you know, there's so many things you can do to try to, you know, fix the bedroom.
True.
True. And I think, you're right. It's communication. It's taking better care of ourselves. And that's just more important as we get older. It does take more energy and effort, so but like I said, I know from experience, like and I wasn't having no issues or nothing. Like when I started doing a lot of hot yoga, um, it was over my back. It wasn't no issues with nothing else, no high blood pressure at the time, none of that. But it just made a dramatic difference. It made such a big difference. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. You know, I just knew my wood was hanging and swinging. That's all I knew. What's going on? I had to Google it. Like, what's going on? But all the exercise, like Tim put up that urologist and stuff, all the exercises that you see them talking about, we was doing that for an hour in a hot ass room. And so looking for improvement, you can. I think I probably need to eat more fruits and vegetables. I've been doing like keto and shit. So I don't touch no fruits really.
You know, but and then another thing too, we have to look at the food that they giving us in America. That's becoming an issue, right? That's a thing where it's affecting people for real. A lot of men are complaining about shrinkage. Yeah, a lot of men are complaining about shrinkage. That's a thing. It's happening, and it's due to the food. So it's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. Here, to be honest.
I think it's more than like the food too, but I do believe the food is contributing, like the doctor lady said. Your diet and lifestyle contributes to your blood flow, and it's everything is contingent on your blood flow, especially when it comes to down there. So if you're having bad blood flow, it can create scar tissue that creates that shrinkage you're talking about. Like she said, that scar tissue now it's not gonna get as girthy, it's not as gonna get as long because that scar tissue is not gonna stretch.
Well, when I say food, you know what I'm talking about. All of the things that they putting in our food, the preservatives, the additives, all of those things will ultimately still play a part.
Right? You can't get away with that from
Right.
that.
That's why I said it's damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Like right now, I'm drinking sugar, and I love it.
Yeah, it's Kool-Aid.
It's lemonade.
Hibiscus tea. On some low blood pressure.
But I do think there's a lot of contributing factors. Like when in the beginning of the show, it was talking about a lot of the causes, and Percy, and I'm pretty sure all of the men on here has been married. There's Percy was talking about it, how some people can experience, going through stages where, like you were just talking about, like where women want to weaponize it and hold it hostage, and I think that's bad. And but see, that creates it's a how can I word this? I think it's hard sometimes for people to think outside of themselves, because when we're young and we're going through that our women withholding it and not giving it to us, all of that, and she mad or whatever, they're not thinking about the overall. Well, no one, not even her, no one is thinking about the long-term effects of this, because that's going to lead to stress. Stress affects it. Stress is going to create higher cortisol. Higher cortisol going to make you gain weight. That's going to be another factor to your blood flow. The gaining weight is going to create high blood pressure, possibly maybe even diabetes. All of these, it's a spiral effect, and all of this comes from just not getting some.
No, Timothy, stop.
Hey,
You know what I'm gonna tell? You know what I'll tell any man? If she don't want to give you none, fine. Lay right there next to her ass and get yourself off.
man,
I listen. I tell men that and women that. He don't want to give you none. Pull out that toy and go to work.
now,
Eventually, he's gonna want to get involved.
let me ask the men. Did y'all hear that domino effect I said? Do y'all disagree with that domino effect?
Man, that was some nonsense for me because it's like
Uh,
ain't no man gonna sit there and do that all the time. You're gonna get tired of that. You're
I
gonna get
didn't,
tired of jacking off.
well, I didn't say do it all the time, right? I didn't say do it all the time, but yeah, every now and then. Hey, listen, okay. And eventually, she gonna want to get involved. Long as you make it sound good.
I think most of the time when chicks is depriving they dude of sex, like they just kind of over the dude.
Mm,
To me,
that,
that's a dumb game to play.
that may be true in some instances, or some instances she may really, there may be something going on with her mentally, right, or emotionally. So sometimes we have to look at the whole overall bigger picture. Not that it's just that, oh, she just over me. No, maybe something's going on. Did anybody stop to say, hey, baby, what's wrong? What's going on? Talk to me. You know, sometimes that happens.
Oh yeah, the talks happened. A bunch of lies were told.
Oh God, Timothy. But that was just that one person, right? You can't. So that happened with that one person. A bunch of lies was told because maybe she couldn't be real with herself. If a person can't be real with themselves, then you can't expect them to be real with you.
That's one hundred.
Possibly. No, I've had it happen on multiple occasions, which is why I was able to recognize it. But
Well, okay. So did
I'm
you?
able to recognize when someone is real.
Okay, so did you ever stop to think if you had multiple women deny you sex, did you stop to think maybe you ain't hitting on nothing?
what about
No, I didn't think about what it was, what it had to do with as far as sexually versus maybe they like you know how people will be with someone, right? And they ignore the red flags or they accept them. Like, okay, I like this person enough, so I'm gonna accept them. Eventually, I'm like, dude, I'm me. I'm gonna be me. And then they don't like you no more.
I mean, that's possible too, but I'm just saying, listen, if we
I
got
think it's more of that than just like the sex wasn't good. It was just like,
yeah.
because that's the complaints. I didn't hear nothing about the sex. It was just me as a person.
right, because sometimes again, as a woman, I'm telling you, a lot of times us women will not tell our partner that they're trash in the bedroom. We won't. Because we don't want to hurt your pride or your ego.
No, I mean, I get that.
Everybody has that ego. I think everybody, because
Yeah, I mean, I get
I
that
have
part.
never met a woman that believes that her stuff is trash. Everybody, for the most part, and this is personal opinion, for the most part, most women that I've encountered believe that if they put their cookie on a man, they got him. Girl, once I put all this on him, I got it. I ain't worried about them other women over there. She can look all she wants because my stuff is made out of this and this. and my stuff. So everybody has that type of ego.
Right. I'm not saying that we don't, but I'm a woman speaking from a woman's perspective. I only can hear you guys from what you say. Right. And I'm telling you, it's a fact that women will stay with a man 4 years
Oh yeah.
and be sexually deprived because this man think he hitting the stars and the moon and everything, making the water go, and that don't be the case. And I think that's where women go wrong at because they just don't voice it. You don't have to be mean and hurt their feelings, but you can try to introduce new things to make your partner, and that goes both ways, like you said, Tim. If a woman isn't doing, like, maybe she can't ride, but you know what? Let's teach her. Let's teach her. Let's teach her how to
Well,
look at you. Let's teach her
you got
how
to go
to
get her some olive. What
right.
about if you got to go get some alum?
Yeah,
How
just
you explain that?
let's teach her. Let's teach her how to look back at you, and let's teach her. If you like a talker, let's teach her.
I
Like,
think
you
you
know what I
missed
mean? Same thing
it.
with men.
I think you missed it. I think you missed it. I'm gonna say it again. What if the issue is you have to go get some alum?
Timothy is
Snap it back. You gotta snap,
if
snap.
that's the issue. But I mean, to be honest, no, I'm not gonna say that on live.
He might got a little one. That's true.
I'm not gonna
He
say that on live.
he just may
No,
not got
because
enough. That's what
listen,
you was
let
gonna
me tell
say. He
you.
may not got enough meat to fill it up.
But not even that. Let me tell you something.
But
And
at the same time,
I think hold on. I think some of the guys can attest to this. Once you are with this woman, her vagina will become your fit.
yeah. Yeah,
It will become
and a lot of men don't know that when a woman is like super duper overly
around.
aroused, it
Mhm.
open up, it gets bigger, it invites you in.
Now and
So
expands and it
right.
expands as well, like in
So a
length.
lot of so a lot of
Mhm.
times when dudes be thinking, oh, she ain't got no walls. No, she was just excited. Like, come on, I want you in here. I'm making more room for you.
Well, and some of them dudes just little.
And I said that too. They got one of these.
Yeah, they be walking around here talking about my thing is big and shit like a pencil. Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, I feel offended.
No, but the thing is, communication is big, especially when it comes to sex, because you know sometimes a guy might like you to reverse cowgirl and turn around and give him that sexy look, and some women don't know that. You got to tell your partner what makes you, what pleases you. You have to be able to do that without, you know, on both ends. You know what I mean? Without hurting a person's feelings.
Yep.
Because sex is just not about sticking it in. It's about a lot of different things.
You mean I've been doing it all this time?
Yeah,
I've been
that's
doing it
true.
wrong all these years. Yep. You there? Everybody there? Everybody quiet.
No, we
I'm here.
just listening, but
So if y'all want to progress the conversation, we're going to stay locked in here. We can open it up unless y'all want to shut it down. We at an hour. Y'all want to transition to another topic? We can. Now is the time.
It's on you, brother.
it's
It's
on
on me.
you, brother.
It's on me. I'm gonna say man bad, woman good. That's what my
Oh
favorite topic. Right.
no,
Exactly. That's my
no, no.
that's my favorite topic. You know what I'm saying?
You
Yeah.
can't get away from that topic. I don't understand. It's like an obsession with you at this point.
That's crazy.
Every day. I'll be like, oh my God, somebody take his phone, somebody take his computer. I'm just like I don't me personally, I'm over the gender the gender war topic. Like
Yeah,
I wanna know how can we fix it, because if we don't, we're in trouble. Our children are in trouble. And
yeah,
we
man.
have to, yeah.
I'm with you. I'm over them gender war topics.
And I
Well, I
think that
think the conversations are being had too,
well,
as long as they're being had with genuine intention.
right. So something like a panel like this, we would talk about things to move forward and try to fix things, but the echo chamber of men and women that are coming from these bitter places is just so loud. And we're whispering in the room.
Mhm.
We sound like whispers compared to these people, and it just
Like,
doesn't make sense.
because like I come from a egalitarian position, and I get called simp and buster and all of that, and beta male and all kind of stuff, and all I just be doing is trying to find middle ground.
Yeah.
Well, I think what happens is people have to stop romanticizing and fantasizing about our elders and how they lived, right? They have this fantasy world of nobody cheated, everybody was perfect, and it didn't matter. And that's not true. They have these things. So now they're trying to push that. Oh, my grandmother she didn't do this and she didn't do that. And you don't know what your grandmother did because you weren't
But me
there.
and you, me and you kick their ass with that all the time because I be letting them know. Grandma used to bust it open. I be
Right.
making, I make a lot of those type of men that they're in that pill community she was talking to. I piss a lot of them off because they be talking about my grandma was this, and I'm like, their grandpa was a better man than you and grandma too. Because number one, all of grandma kids wasn't for grandpa. The same way grandpa had a family around the corner. Of course, it's not for everybody, but they had some grandmas that had kids for other men too. The grandma used to bust. She did what she had to do,
Right. It
and
was
and
men
grandpa
bringing it was
and
men
grandpa
bringing their
was so
babies home.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Grandpa was so thorough back then and cut from a different cloth. Not only did he raise that kid that he knew wasn't his, he gave that kid his name and told grandma, "You better not call that nigga for nothing. This is my house. I don't need no man giving you no money, bringing nothing in my house." That was the difference.
Mm-hmm.
But let me see if I can find us a clip or something to talk about. I'm gonna try not to have a man, bad woman, good.
No, we're not doing man bad
I said I'm
women
gonna
good.
try. I said I'm gonna try not. That's what I said.
Listen, because men aren't bad all around the board. Just like women aren't bad all around the board. It's all about finding what your fit. I keep saying it. It's about finding your fit.
yeah.
And
No,
a
we
lot of times people don't stay in their lane. Stop swerving out of your lane. If you stay in your lane, you be okay. People be trying to step out of their lane, swerve out of their lane, and then when they crash, it's all men, it's all women.
Yeah, it's a lot of acrimony that everybody is experiencing. Let me check my text, man. I know you sent me some stuff before, Meech. Let's see.
I'm not even gonna lie though, Timothy, is when I first caught wind of the incel community, I was just kind of like blown away because I grew up thinking there was somebody for everybody. And then when I ran into the incel thing, I was like, wait, what? Because I done seen some of the worst dudes have girlfriends, the dirtiest of the dirtiest, just somebody
Right,
that you wouldn't even look at, and they walking around with a whole family, and then you get online
right.
in 2024, 2023, and it's like, wait a minute, what?
The booger wolves always got babies. Same thing with the on our side, being men looking in. The booger wolf always got a baby in too.
It's so strange. I just didn't understand. I'm still baffled by there are men who out here who just can't get none. And there are women out here that can't get none either. It's like, what? And you would think for a woman, you know, because they say men will do it to anything or anybody. But yeah, there's women out here that absolutely have never had sex.
You know, the crazy part about it, women do the is you can say that for a woman too, because women do all kinds of stuff. Like that's why y'all got all them toys. Like y'all do whatever as well.
Mm, I mean, I'm not going to disagree with you. But toys versus just going out there, I'm talking about women who have absolutely never had a man have sex with them. Like I never would. It was mind blowing to me to know that women and men out here exist that just
The
could
crazy thing
never
about
get
incel is that term was coined by a woman. It was a whole woman in Canada that came up with that.
And you know, the sign language thing came from a woman too.
Yeah. And that's just all of it's crazy. Like toxic masculinity. Men started that was the coin by men. The whole feminist concept, not the movement, but the concept.
Came
You
by
was the one
women.
coming from a man. That came from a
Mhm.
man. Right.
Mhm.
So like when you look at all of these issues and all of that, like we be arguing and fighting over stuff and don't even know the history of how they got started. And don't even know that they all came from a positive place. I can't find all the clips I got is man bad, woman good. So I was trying.
Because
Well,
it's
shit,
so strange.
I'm about to hop off anyway. I gotta head to the house. And it seems like
Right.
seem like we slowing down anyway. We're trying to,
yeah, just something, and I don't want to force it. So if everybody want to sign out, tell them where you're gonna find you.
I guess you'll find me here on the next episode.
You'll soon find me on Paradigm
way.
Shift. You'll soon find me in the next couple of weeks on Paradigm Shift with my own show called Step Into the Light with Light. Yeah, and then you can find me over here whenever Tim invites me as well.
Well, I'm glad you stopped by.
Thank you.
We needed you.
Tim could have texted me. I didn't even know he was doing a show tonight.
I had put it in the back chat. I saw y'all were talking. I should have texted though. Yep. Go ahead, P. Sign off.
You can find me at Healthy What You Thinking, pretty much all platforms: YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Healthy What You Think.
All right, y'all. Thank everybody for tuning in. All three of y'all for watching. So next week, I don't know what we're talking about, but we'll be back. Until the next time, stay black.
It's the Average Black Man Show, talking about everything you need to know. Sometimes things may get a little heated, but these conversations are needed to help the community heal and grow. It's the Average Black Man Show, talking about everything you need to know. Sometimes things may get a little heated, but these conversations are needed to help the community heal and grow. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel.